What if I told you that right now, sitting quietly in your drawer, inside an old jar or purse, could be a single golden coin worth more than a private jet? Yes, a coin you could have received as change at a gas station. A coin that was never supposed to exist. A coin that could make you a millionaire overnight. Because today, we're talking about one of the most mysterious, rarest, and most valuable coins in U.S. history. The 1988 Sacagawea $1 coin, a coin now valued at over $9 million. Asterisk sound unbelievable. Asterisk wait till you hear the full story. So grab your coffee, sit tight, and get ready. Because this story could change how you look at pocket change. Forever.it all began with an ordinary collector, a man named Daniel from Oklahoma. He wasn't rich. He wasn't famous. Just a guy who loved checking every coin that passed through his hands. One day, at a local farmer's market, he received a dull-looking golden dollar coin as change. It looked different, older, faded, but heavier. Curiosity struck. He flipped it over, and his heart skipped a beat. The date read 1988. But here's the thing. The Sacagawea dollar wasn't officially minted until the year 2000. 12 years later, could this be real? Could it be a test strike? Or was it an impossible minting error lost to time? Daniel rushed home, cleaned his desk, and placed the coin under magnification, and there it was, the famous eagle reverse, the same as the later Sacagawea dollar. The metal composition, the details, everything matched, except the year. The 1988 Sacagawea dollar was real, and it was about to make history. The coin world went into shock. Experts at the American Numismatic Association confirmed what few believed possible. This coin was a prototype ***, a secret experimental piece struck at the Philadelphia Mint before public production began. It was never meant to be released. But somehow, one coin escaped into circulation. Think about that for a second. A single mistake. A single worker at the mint. A single forgotten test piece. And today, that accident has turned a $1 coin into a $9,000,000 treasure. Why is it worth so much? Backhand index pointing right first, its rarity. Only one confirmed piece has ever surfaced. Backhand index pointing right second, its mystery. How it got into circulation is still unsolved. Backhand index pointing right and third, its historical significance. It represents a missing link between the Susan B. Anthony dollar and the Sacagawea design ERA. In 2023, at a high-profile auction in New York City, collectors from around the world gathered for what would become the most talked-about sale in U.S. coin history. Daniel's coin sat in a velvet-lined case, shining under the lights. Bidders whispered, cameras flashed, and the room buzzed with anticipation. The bidding started at $500,000. Within minutes, it crossed $1 million, then $3 million, then $6 million, and finally, the hammer dropped at an unbelievable $9.05 million. Daniel was speechless. A man who once lived paycheck to paycheck now held more money than most people dream of in a lifetime. All because he decided to look twice at his change. Rare treasures still hide in plain sight. Every coin you touch has a story, a history, a chance, maybe even a miracle waiting to be found. That's the beauty of coin collecting. It's not just about money. It's about the thrill, the mystery, and the hope that you could be next. Imagine waking up tomorrow and finding a coin in your wallet worth millions. Imagine your life flipping like a switch, all from something the world overlooked. So before you spend that old dollar coin, before you ignore that penny, take a second look, because who knows? That tiny piece of metal might just hold the key to your $1,000,000 future. Check your coins. Search your drawers, because history isn't just written in books. Sometimes, it jingles in your pocket. This was the story of the 1988 Sacagawea $1 coin, a $1 treasure that turned into $9 million, and a reminder that fortune favors the curious, If you enjoyed this story, hit that like button, subscribe for more unbelievable coin discoveries, and share this video with your friends, because you never know who's holding the next $1,000,000 coin. And remember, sometimes the smallest change brings the biggest fortune. Would you like me to turn this script into a voiceover-ready version, formatted with pacing, tone cues, and emphasis for a 10 to 12-minute YouTube narration? That version would sound just like professional coin collector storytelling channels, like Treasure Town or Blue Ridge Silverhound. Imagine waking up one morning, reaching into your pocket, and realizing that the small copper penny you've been carrying around is worth over $15 million. Yes, you heard that right. One simple 1964 Lincoln penny, with no mint mark, could be your ticket to a millionaire's lifestyle. So, if you've got an old jar of coins tucked away in a drawer, you might want to pay very close attention. Because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why this coin has shocked collectors around the world, and how you could be holding one of the rarest treasures in American history. Act 1. The Hook. The hidden fortune in your change. Let's start with something that will send chills down your spine. There are people walking around right now with a coin in their pocket worth more than most luxury homes. Sounds insane, right? But that's the reality of the 1964 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. Most people see a penny as worthless, something you toss aside without a second thought. But for a lucky few, that same penny has transformed their lives overnight. Why is this particular coin so special? To understand that, we need to travel back to 1964, a time when the United States was buzzing with change. The economy was shifting, the coinage system was under pressure, and the U.S. Mint was producing billions of coins to keep up with demand. But somewhere in the middle of that chaos, something extraordinary happened. A small batch of Lincoln pennies emerged with subtle differences, errors so minute that only sharp-eyed collectors could spot them. And those differences would make all the difference between a 1-cent coin and a $15.2 million masterpiece now. Before we dive into what makes this coin so incredibly valuable, let's clear up something. 1964 pennies were struck in huge numbers. Over 6 billion were minted between Philadelphia and Denver. So you might be wondering, how can a coin so common become so rare? Well, that's where the magic and the mystery begins. The no mint mark. 1964 Lincoln penny was produced in Philadelphia, the heart of American coinage. But not every penny came out identical. A few coins had missed strikes, off-center designs, and even double-die obverse errors, meaning Lincoln's face, lettering, or the word Liberty appears slightly doubled. These were mistakes the mint never intended to release. And yet, somehow, a few of them slipped through the cracks and entered circulation, coins that today are worth millions. Now, here's a bit of irony to lighten the mood. The penny that people once bent over to pick up for good luck might just be the one that makes them rich enough to buy their dream home. Funny how life works, isn't it? But what truly separates the 1964 no mint mark penny worth $15.2 million from the rest is its flawless preservation and extraordinary error pattern. Experts say it's one of the cleanest strikes from a transitional die, a mix of the old copper alloy and a new experimental composition that was never meant to circulate. Imagine a secret project at the mint, materials changing, machines recalibrating, and one perfect, accidental coin escaping into the hands of the public. It's not just a coin anymore. It's a piece of living history. Act 3. The value, emotion, and call to action. Now, let's talk about money, because that's where things get truly jaw-dropping. A verified 1964 no mint mark Lincoln penny with these rare features recently sold for an astonishing $15.2 million at a private collector's auction. Yes, you heard me right. $15.2 million. That's not pocket change. That's a lifetime of financial freedom. And here's the kicker. No one knows exactly how many are still out there. It could be one, it could be a handful, and it could be sitting right now in your coin jar, waiting for you to notice. That's where the excitement and the urgency comes in. Every day, more people are realizing that the coins they thought were worthless could change their lives. Take a second and really think about that. What if the next time you grab a handful of coins for your morning coffee, you're holding a fortune? The fear of missing out is real, because these coins are disappearing fast as collectors scoop them up, and every discovery pushes the price even higher. Now, before you rush off to check your coins, let's remember this. Wealth doesn't always come from the obvious places. Sometimes, it's hidden in plain sight, waiting for someone curious enough to look a little closer. So ask yourself, when was the last time you actually looked at your pennies? The ones you've been ignoring might just hold your financial destiny. And here's a thought to leave you with. If one 1964 Lincoln penny can be worth $15.2 million, what other treasures could be lying unnoticed in your home right now? Coins from the 1950s, 1970s, even modern eras can command life-changing prices. In our next video, we'll uncover another American coin that's quietly turning collectors into millionaires. And trust me, you won't believe which one it is. So, if you're serious about finding your hidden fortune, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, because you never know which coin could change your life next. Remember, wealth isn't always found. Sometimes, it's discovered in the palm of your hand.